Oh, what's up, bro? Hold on, I got the volume. Are you there? I can't hear nothing. Don, you there? I'm trying. Hold on. I'm gonna type in there because I don't hear no audio. Oh, your mic is turned off. Okay. Oh, okay. Do you want me to talk? He got your mic turned off. What time is it? Okay. Armando. I saw the topic is about police and people's identities. I was mentioning on Twitter that one of my friends is Mexican, African American, and Dutch. I ain't gonna say his full name, but his name is Mondo too, in Job Corp. And it's weird because I defended you on Radical's channel when Namizi was attacking your identity. And so I was telling people on Twitter that my friend Mondo, who's Blaxican, mulatto, Dutch, was getting attacked. Cause if you saw him, of course, Mexican got black blood too, but he looked, statistically, what people think of Mexican. He very light complected, a straight hair and all that. He do have a Negroid features. He knows, right? And what happens, a light skinned brother like Mike, we went on the field on those trips in Job Corps. So Mr. What's his name? The one from Wadix who teach for Cortical. He so they was making a joke and they was saying, and so Mike, the brother, light skinned brother, said, well, Mr. So and so let me go because I'm black. And Mondo said, I'm black too. And I said, you are? He said, yeah. I said, I'm mixed up too. He said, what? And he said his father is African American, Mexican, and Dutch. He actually, because he has a Dutch last name. I don't want to say all his name. And so I was always calling him back in 2004, Bienvenido, Bienvenido. Bienvenido, everybody. When he come out, Bienvenido. Because he's younger than I am, right? So he graduated. He got married, right? Yeah, he got married to, and she mixed up. She's Mexican and German. They used to fight a lot. I ain't trying to tell their business, and I one time took his side because he had defended himself because I ain't trying to tell the business. She was kind of aggressive. She's an aggressor, and one time he got in trouble. But they got married and they had a daughter. Okay, and he got married and he went to welding, and so he lived in El Paso, Texas, and I haven't when I had my government name on Facebook, I had him on Facebook, and I had him on. Did I have him on MySpace? But when I got rid of my government name on Facebook, because I had toxic family, and then people I know from Job Corps, and people I went to school with in high school, I didn't want to bring all that energy. So when I turned 39 years old, I just got rid of my after I confronted the Mexican dude, the one that stopped me and his sister talking. And we know about that case. Okay, she was older than me. I was 16. I was 15 going to 16. Right, was Selena before she died. The Mexican American girl with Miss Fridge down family as well. She makes it too. She chose me. She was 18 years old, and her brother. I'm 2 months older than him. He and her dad beat because of me. Yep, they're racist. And so he reached out to me on my 39th birthday before he turned 39. He's a grandpa now and everything. I felt old. Lives in Katy, Texas. Has an auto shop and trying all his business. He reached out to me and I said, hey, because I blocked him before on my government name Facebook. And I told him that I don't want to do with him because what he did. I knew he was racist, but I did not know his sister until I saw they look. I always look at people's features and they resemble. I said, ain't you such at the school store? She said, yeah. And before Selena said he got shot, she said, yeah. I said, that's my brother. And I said, well, and I said, you related to the other dude, one of his cousin, the one who came in Cholo. I fought him in 5th grade because he used to pick on me too. Um, yeah, I don't forget those days. I said, yeah. So like, and she was grown, so 18. You think you can do whatever you want. I was 15. We didn't get nothing. And before anybody started making rumors, we didn't get intimate, nothing like that. Okay, we was in relationship. How you said we go with each other, and so she said, "Well, keep that on low, like because y'all don't get along and stuff." And people start questioning my sexuality, and then I said, "Hey, I'm not gay. This is my girlfriend, such and such. It's me. I'm gonna say her name. It's me. It's my girlfriend." And then the two Mexican American dudes that I went to school with, they were friends with her brother. They snitched. They saw me and her were hand in hand. And when we had a choir concert at our middle school, because someone tried to burn high school. I'm doing Labor Day. When I Leah had got married to R.K., I don't forget. Someone tried to burn. It was a white. They said it was a white dude that did it. So anyway, because people thought it was a race, the Chicano Latino cholo dude. That's the stereotype, but people thought that. Even including Latinos thought that. So we had a lot of gang members in our school at the time. So then, but it was a white dude. They said they tried to burn the school down. Anyway, so they was fixing our auditorium, so we had to go to our middle school. And the dude, while we dressed in tuxedos and stuff at our choir concert, he gonna say, "I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm gonna beat you. You better leave my sister alone." So we had cops at school. I'm not trying to get arrested for fighting. My grandfather had them Second Amendment weapons. Okay, I want to be safe on your channel. And yes, I thought about going in that dog. We had clear backpacks. I could not bring it to school. I wanted to get one of his Second Amendment weapons, the small one, not the tall one, and put it in and just okay. I ain't gonna lie, okay, because you threatening to fight me over your grown ass sister. She chose me. I was going to that black skin chick that likes pebbles, that was the same grade with her in 12th grade. Okay, because I graduated 95. Well, anyway, we going down the downstairs, and she said she had to break up with me because her dad beat her, and they said her dad was drunk and it was beating them kids, and then her brother. So that's why I told his ass, like, I don't want to talk to you. I gave him a long letter. I let him know he had Afro Mexican in him. He didn't refute that. And I said, guess what? I'm also Hispanic too. I went on Inch.com and I found out my answer was Black Spanish Creole. So it's our language. And so I got it was a long message. This fool said, "Oh, well, it was a long time ago," and blah, blah, blah. And he said, I got a sniper because he went to the military. And I'm like, I know about his business. Like, you've been to jail before for drunk driving. And he live in racist Cade, Texas. But his clansmen live there. I don't think you're Mexican. You're not no white dude. They might think you might think you white, but you're not. You're Spanish and black. Okay. I don't mind calling them clamming cops on you. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's not because I said to fake brothers and sisters who try to play the game of me. Okay. Racism is wrong. Like, what I'm saying, but I'm not, don't do that with me. Okay. Threaten me. I'm saying, so I blocked him because he was trying to add me on Facebook. I ain't trying to be your friend on Facebook when you deny. Your sister chose me. I was after the have part African American messing chick. They like Pebbles. You know what I'm saying? Who 2 years older than me. Actually, her birthday was on the 9th. I ain't trying to tell her business. Okay, she's turned 46. I was after her. I went after this Mexican chick, that it was related to the bullying I went to school with, because he's a bully in Marine school, okay? And his cousin, the one I had to whoop his ass in 5th grade, became a cholo. I'm not, I'm not trying to, but I'm glad that she and I did not hook up because I got toxic parents and she had toxic all about her mama. If we got married and had a kid, I don't want my kids near, I know my mother don't know here anymore. Actually, she died a year ago on this day. Okay, they buried her in February, but I ain't know it until my brother told me. But if she was like, I don't want my kids near them, and I don't want the kids near her dad, especially he racist. And an uncle, okay, my future brother-in-law at the time, you know what I'm saying? Thank God he didn't become a brother-in-law because it's been worse than my dear family. Like, no. So I'm glad that she and I broke up and she got married. I don't know if she's still married or not, but she chose me. I didn't choose her. And I, you know what I'm saying? Because it was a lot of like not all Mexicans, not all Latinos, but a lot of ethnocentric. They daddy would tell like, you know, you talk to a Mexican chick at our school, and she the first thing like now like they had parents they okay with that, but there was a lot of parents because they in the white area because at the area at the time on the east side is mostly white. So the men, them Mexican Americans assimilated to that narrative, and they were like, no, no, they're the white dude, but you know, a so-called black person, you know, we're mixed. You know, it was a pure black. It was a problem. Even your light skin, even you had uh you didn't look black. I've seen it happen. Okay, because one of the white looking Creole sisters, we met in Walmart in offline mall. I thought she was white, and she told me she was Creole. She said, "I'm black. She said, I'm Creole. People think I'm Mexican, light skinned Mexican, but because she's a waiter. Her son, her son had a part Mexican child, and the family would not let see the daughter. I mean, see his daughter because she looked like a typical Mexican, but she's part Creole, African American. I'm not lying. And she said because my son is black. I said, oh, you have a part. No, she said I'm Creole. I'm mixed. People don't know when I worked waiting waitress for years, at and people tip me. They don't even know what race I am. You know, they think I'm white use the time, or sometimes light skinned Mexican, but no. But just said, and she said, I never forget that 2013, 14. Yep, and not line my Walmart. I forget in Northside. And she told me, I said, what? She said because his daughter came out, you know, specifically Mexican, and yeah, I guess they tell her to deny her dad. That goes on, but yeah, that goes on too. And also too, sometimes if they are like statistically Latino looking and they're Creole African American, they might can slide in with that, you know what I'm saying? But if they too dark or even the camera like me with some African features, you know, not dark skin like West Snipes, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I seen that happen. Either part Mexican and African American descent, they don't want that child, you know, their daughter going with them, whatever. So I dealt with that, and I seen that in that school. That's why the part black, part Mexican chick, her dad Mexican. You know what I'm saying? And her mama ate all sisters, and I actually dated her cousin. Yeah, on her mom's side, they have black, German, Native American. They not Creole. They're not fully black. You know, identify as black, but they ain't fully black themselves. But I was trying to go after the black skin chick, you know, and she graduated in 95. I'll never forget that. Look good. She like pebbles, giving you the benefit. I'll forget that was, I'm sorry, I'm having memories of that because I was in love. I wanted to drop out of high school, marry her. I'm not like, that's why I was in love with her that bad. But yeah, but at that time, I would not want my ex girlfriend's brother. I'm like, why are you trying to be friends with me when you're racist? And he cooking gumbo with some Creole, you know, they look mostly the black, you know what I'm saying, brothers, cooking some damn gumbo, cooking our food, our soul food and stuff, but you hate us. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he moved in white, like, it's Katy, Texas, integrated, but it's controlled by white supremacists. Like, one of my former homegirls who anti-Cali, let's stop being friends with her. She went when she graduated in '96. Not Katy High School, the other Katy school in high school, Katy High School in Katy, Texas. She told me that her principal was the grand dragon of clans. Yep, that's how bad it is. Like, it's wealthy and nice and all that. And I have a friend that's passing for white. He from New York. He Puerto Rican, African American, and Irish. And that dude, I stopped ever since start like when he became a Trump supporter, he started being anti-black. Like he making fun of Kaepernick, sweeping, like, you know, he was being, and he started saying we both was mixed together, you know what I'm saying? But once when he started saying that, you know, he, you know, trying to be on the white side, and then he started saying I was pure black. I said, dude, I'm mixed just like you are. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, and you know what I'm saying? When I saw that his politics changed, I said, yeah, he came down here to Texas, he's in Kid, Texas, and he's passing for white. So I started being friends with him too. I sure did. Like, you know, we met 10 years ago at Mia Tech. Yep, when I was at school with Mia Tech. And he said, you part African American? I said, hey, what's up, brother? And you Puerto Rican too? What? And you Irish? What? You know, and we was Facebook friends and stuff. And I have a mixed group. I ain't trying to tell my business. And once he starts, you know, one dropping me and then his politics, I said, nope, friendship over. Gotta go. What happened, Mondo? Where at? Mondo. ¿Qué pasa? But yeah, I can't stay. I gotta go somewhere. But yeah, for real. But me personally, about the police identity that gets on my nerves. And yeah, that's my ancestry. You see, I'm related to Elvis. Yeah, I'm related to Elvis. And Lisa Marie. Lisa Marie's my 11th cousin. So everybody say I'm not mixed. I'm not mixed with relate these white people. You know, they mix with a black and these two time of Melungeons, Elvis mama, and yeah. So what's up? We had to go somewhere.
Yeah. You know, my computer was acting all slow, so I had to log on my phone.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that gets on my nerves. But about the police. But yeah, my homie and Job Corps named Mondo too.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I ain't talked to Armando in a long time since I got rid of my government name Facebook. I ain't even talked to him. I'm gonna have to go look him up and see him and that girl that his high school sweetheart he married. How they doing? And their daughter ought to be grown now. Like not grown, ought to be she born what
Gotcha.
2005. And
Uh huh.
she ought to be 17 years old now. Cause she was born in 2005. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing I gotta say, like, all right, as far as as far as anything, since you live up in Texas, have you ever been to Mexico?
I almost did. You know, but it's dangerous. It's ghetto there. Waters.
Nah, because there is a safer alternative. The only thing is though, you like say if you do want to go to Mexico, you have to get that express passport.
Yeah, I was trying to get out when Trump won 2016. I was trying to go, but when I was out Paso, Texas, I wanted to go to Waters. I didn't have nobody to trust to go to Waters.
Right, but the thing is this. Like say this, if you do go on a cruise ship, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
they have excursions and everything like that, so therefore
Mm-hmm.
you could actually do what you got to do as far as, having a vacation because sometimes the US could be mentally draining. I could tell you that.
That's why I'm defending the passport brothers. Not what they doing, not the bad passport brothers, the good ones. I ain't trying to bash your friend on the other string, but on Twitter because I'm for many us ADOS African people leaving this toxic country.
Right.
It's Tina Turner did it. She's a
Yeah.
passport. You know what I'm saying? I
She
love
she
it.
she she actually gave up her US citizenship and she now lives in Europe.
Oh, she gave us. She don't have to do this. Okay, I don't blame her. I don't blame Tina Turner. I love her. My
Yeah.
grandma on my mom's side, that's one that got the black French Irish English name accent. My mom's mother, she born the same year as her, the 1939. They were the same age. I was shocked to see that, but yeah, um, yeah. Tina Turner, I love her. Like I'm upset with Tokyo Tony talking about that Boffman thing that's in Applied Dance. I used to be scared at when I used to see this video back in the 80s. But besides that, I'm glad Teen Turner because she stayed here. She probably on welfare right now at the Ike. She probably been
Yeah,
on
but yeah, you heard. Nah, but did you hear talking about Tina Ike? You heard that she actually said that she drank a gallon of water and just disrespected the homie's grave.
who did.
Tina Turner.
She drank a bottle of water and disrespected Ice
Ike's
Gray.
grave.
I didn't see that. I thought she said she forgave him.
Nah, it was she was like, this is what happened. And I don't know about of her forgiving or anything like that, but
Yeah, that's open.
she actually said like in an interview that she went up and was like she went and got a gallon of water as soon as she heard that the guy passed away
Mm-hmm.
and got a gallon of water, drank it, and disrespected his grave.
Like golden shower or spitting.
Golden shower on the grave.
Woo! Now I'm gonna say this. They say that she said Tokyo Tone said she's a witch because a lot
Um,
of people
I
because
mean,
not every Buddhist practice that, but there's some people who are Buddhists who do include that.
I mean,
So
if
she's
you
a
actually
Buddhist,
look at it, right?
huh?
If you actually look at it, right? If people look at the history of Buddhism, right?
Mm-hmm.
Buddhism is not really pure if you actually look at it. The pure Buddhism, I guess what you will call pure Buddhism, actually died in India.
Yeah.
So the
It's cheap.
remnants of pure Buddhism might be, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying the might be in these nations. It might the remnants of whatever Buddhism is
Mm-hmm.
within each nationality might be in Bhutan, um, Nepal, of course,
Mm-hmm.
and Sri Lanka.
Yeah. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. It is idol worship.
Yeah, it
I
is.
I don't condone it, but I do like the beliefs of changing your mindset. Cause I had a sister when I was
Right.
working security, and she became Buddhist. She kept, and I like it when people come harassing my religion. I do threaten to get them in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Cause
Yeah.
first, especially as a former Protestant became Catholic later on. However, she wasn't a Protestant or Catholic. She wasn't Christian, and I like the energy that she was giving. Like
Yo,
you can,
just one second.
all right, go ahead.
Yeah, I gotta take a call.
Okay. Do you want to continue to talk or just okay? I'm gonna tell the audience. Yeah. So to the audience, anyone listening, I like that she said, "Ask for what you want and stuff." And I used to put limits on that when prayers. I don't do that anymore. So there's like a lot of law of attraction do comes from Buddhism. I just use law of attraction in Christianity. I don't use it in Buddhism because I don't believe Buddha's God. Okay, but yeah, the changing, the manifestation, and meditating, that's helped me. Um, and like I said, I use it in my Catholicism, go and become Buddhist. But I do use that manifestation, change your mindset. Like I said, man, think it. So I do see that, and I'm glad that Tina trying to learn that part. I don't agree with the Buddhism of her believing in Buddha, but when you just told me she did the golden child thing, yeah, that's some satanic stuff. I mean, don't get wrong, I was an asshole, but I'm not going to someone's grave and urinate, and because remember, there's other people out there, it's disrespect the dead. You know, um, it's no different than people going to the Emmett Till's grave and he didn't do anything wrong, and this just disrespect. Like that's enemies. Even my mama, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't go there. You know, they gone. Enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? And I think I don't she feel hurt by how things that he did to her. But once that person's gone, you can get mad what they did to you, the result, but it's time to move on. You know, my grandmother, my dad's side gave me hell. She's no longer here anymore. I'm not gonna go to no grave and disrespect her. I just now live. No one's not controlling me anymore. I can't not control her anymore. It's she left him, but his life is not here anymore. So I don't know why she would even do that. Just go on tour. You know what I'm saying? I had a stalker from Ken went to these camp. Um, he died yet last year, a year before last, so 2021. And right months after my child was taken out. The fake Mexican dude that's white from California and Arizona that died in Florida. Well, I don't gotta worry about him anymore. He gone. So I ain't trying to disrespect him, but it's just that I'm not gonna go look for him. He's ashes in the bay or somewhere and just act a fool. He left me alone when I was homeless on my 40th birthday. when I confronted him on Chivo's channel to bring his name up, when I had my channel back in 2019, I'm not gonna go and look for that man's ashes and just go spit at the bay. They gone. It's time to move on. So I don't know why Tina Turner would do that. And once she left Ike, he went to jail, went to prison, and went to Folsom or St. Quentin. There's no reason to get all emotional with it. I mean, I don't know, but the Tony Tokyo said that the reason she is in that Baphomet stuff. And when I saw a private dancer, I remember being scared of that video, very scared. Like I liked the video, but I didn't know why that there was a bull dancing in the background. You know what I'm saying? And when Tony Tokyo said that, um, Tokyo Tony, whatever her name is, said
Right.
that, I like, yeah, that now that makes sense. But I'm glad that Tina found some type of spirituality to get away from Ike, because no offense to Protestant conservatism, they do believe in being in the abusive situation, like with your parents and your spouse. They like they grew up Baptist.
Right.
South. And a lot of I'm trying to be very respectful because I'm not a fan of Southern Baptists. I'm
Right.
ex. A lot of they make their own church of the Bible, and the part of the accuracy come from the white Anglo-Saxon Protestant Baptists, okay, and the offshoot of it. So a lot of slave mentality, abuse, mistreatment, justifying it, like instead of reading from St. Paul from Ephesians when he said, submit to each other, and then he say, husbands, love your wife, and when wives, submit your husband. For instance, people forgot that prior affairs, and submit to the husband as he loves the wife, meaning he doesn't abuse her. The love is not quick to rule, like I said in Corinthians 13.
Right.
So, right. So, but in the South, it's toxic. That's and like when the people that lynch. Remember, people forget many of those white Protestant conservatives would go watch a lynching after church on a Sunday at the Sunday school and claim to be Christian because they had a false interpretation of the word. So that where Tina and I come from. And so when she became Buddhist, it was epiphany to get away from that. But I'm not gonna go to someone's grave and urinate, and there's other people in their cemetery. Just that's some satanic stuff. That's what no different than Star Marie going to a grave site doing some Santeria to go against Cardi B after that Tasha K interview. I'm not doing that. Like I said, my mom passed and she was bad. She was. I'm not gonna go to her grave and say you did. You don't get wrong. There's times in my apartment says, "Oh, what you did," but then I also pray to God. Guess what? I ain't deal with it anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna move on. 43 years old. I'm changing my mindset. 2023 just came from a toxic situation that happened earlier the year, but that person got their vehicle taken out. Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna bring up the stalker, but the other stalker, but their vehicle was taken out. One of the other. I won that case, and then we're fighting. I'm fighting for the other case, the other two, and my mindset changed. We go through hell to ought to get to heaven. So I do see 2023 epiphany of my life. It's gonna offshoot and be abundance. So that what she should be doing. Because part of that belief system that has that law of attraction in Buddhism is a change of mindset and believe positive. And that's what I'm doing as a Catholic Christian, not the perfect one, but believing in positivity. Of course I get angry who do. But I was telling God in my prayers and my novenas how I want my life to be designed. So saying and destroy any chances of losing that. Everybody else is trying to challenge that they're gonna lose that. So I don't have that mindset of let's go to someone's grave and just do the golden shower. Let's come on. Defecate someone's grave. After they gone, they gone. They gone. She got more money. I had to struggle and marry that white woman. You know what I'm saying? She tried to sound like Tina Turner. She blessed. There's no reason to go to his grave and do that. But she had on Oprah. It's on YouTube. She said she had to learn how to forgive him. And when I was reading that, right after I was getting attacked on social media, trying to forgive that person. Don't get wrong, I have a lot of vengeance, and I know vengeance is God towards that person. But I know the outcome is not going to be good for that person. I don't wish bad. They did bad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to go to Kim one of these moderators who's stalking me, the white dude, pretending to be Mexican, and go look for him in the bay, wait through his ashes, and just act a fool. He gone. You know, it's time to move on. God took that person who's in front, and it's time for us to move on. It's time to. So Tina, I mean, I'm not gonna waste my time to go. Tina got money. She got a big house in Switzerland somewhere, in Sweden, wherever, and she's enjoying life. I'm not gonna worry about if I was, I'm not a woman. I'm just saying if it was Keisha, okay, you know what I'm saying, Akita, okay, I don't care. I'm not gonna sit here and worry about my bad wife that did me dirty once I left. She gone, okay, she gone. Hope she's in a good place in heaven. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. You know, it's time to think positive and enjoy life. I wish I was at that wedding with Oprah. You know what I'm saying? So there's no reason to defecate and act the fool about Ike. He gone now. You know, he cleaned up too after he went to prison. You know, he's still deflecting, but he's alive. But but speaking of mixed heritage, on Wikipedia, they say he Creole. I didn't know Ike was Creole. Yeah, Ike is Creole. Was Creole, excuse me. He was Creole. It said, I don't know if it's still on Wikipedia. It always changed on Wikipedia, but they said that he was Creole. Yep. I don't know if he's Spanish Creole, but French Creole. Because you get in. Yeah. Oh, let me time. What time is it? Because I gotta go. You know. I also gotta say this too. I can't stay too long. I gotta do something. Um, about police. Racial police identity. Um,
I was saying that this is
yeah,
what.
we as mixed people,
Uh-huh.
we gotta do take action on that though, like legal action, because that is harassment to the police identity, like harass us for claiming our heritage because it doesn't fit their narrative. You know, these folks.
Now, now, you want to know talking about that, right? The the crap that I have faced in
Mm-hmm.
2022 just because I say I'm Dominican. It's just so mind-boggling. You get what I'm trying to say? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's to the point that you have certain people who that they were trying their hardest to say that I'm not Dominican and trying to say that I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, okay, well, guess what? I did a stream. I said what I was, but guess what? Y'all was still committed to misunderstanding me. So at the end of the day, why the heck I have to go around and prove of who I am or what I am or not if y'all not gonna go around and embrace it? So that means that certain people are not scholarly guys.
Educated,
Exactly. And then
and if
on
they are
top of it,
educated, go
they're
sorry.
and then they're educated. They want to say that they know everything about their culture. A matter of fact, y'all don't.
No,
I just proved my point.
no. Columbus was educated. He chose to do dirt. That's how they are. There's
Right.
plenty of educated people who do dirt to people, and one of the stalkers. I'm sorry to bring up your other friend, Rad. No, he's not. Thought it's a dude that's Peruvian. He might mention his name because I confronted the stalker for 20 years. This man's a lawyer. He's mixed. He has a white Native American mother. She's no longer here. His dad is from Peru. He looks like a white dude. They got Afro mestizo mixture. I've been knowing this fool since 2003. And he goes and stalks people. He's a lawyer. He's part of the multiracial movement. And he defends George Zimmer. Yeah, if you know what I'm talking about, that's the dude. Okay. Now, because I point out some racist Latinos attacking Adolf's people on Twitter. This dude gonna bump. He loved him from Zimmer because he got proven background. I never said Zimmer was not part Afro Latino. I know Zimmer's great grandfather was Afro proven. I always tell people that when we and I'm not defending Zimmer. I always defend Trayvon, but I tell him that he's a hypocrite for shooting Trayvon when he has black blood too. You know, I do it to all Latinos that will do that mess. Okay, now this dude saw that me and your friend had issues and I don't follow him. He blocked me and I blocked him, right? Talking about rat. I'm pointing out topics that I'm bothered about. Okay, just like anybody else would. Like he bought about treating she stuff. I have a right to do the same thing. This dude been stalking me since 2003. When I was on
Wow.
mixedfolks.com, yes, this dude has stalking me. Said I don't stop. I don't talk to this dude. I blocked him. I confronted him on Facebook, and I confronted him. And it's like every time this dude go look for any arguments on Zimmer. I'm not lying. He wants to confront you. But before Zimmer was alive, Trayvon was alive, and so this is 2003. When he was on mixed4.com, this dude would get all those racial biggest mixed people, like into bluish thing, like those types, and get the gang up on me. So I had to virtually fight these people. You know what I'm saying? Like we were fist fight, but it's virtually on social media,
Oh
on
yeah, I know. Oh
mixedfolks.com.
yeah, I know. Oh yeah, I know. It's funny, right? That you
Yeah.
talk about that. It's like when I was up in high school, I went through the same crap, right? Of people just telling me of who I was and who I wasn't, right?
I would the
So,
same thing too.
all right, yo, not for nothing. Shout out to Graham Merchant. So
I don't like
I'm
him.
gonna. Oh well, all
Yeah,
right.
but we had issue with the whole stalker making videos, and I had to. And he was talking about me like, yeah, and the other
Wait.
dude,
Oh, okay. Well,
they hit his
in that
ex.
Well, the thing is though, which is funny, right? It's like I
Mm-hmm,
bet I like that we had our issues with a particular person, right? So my thing is that I'm just saying right there, what we talk is what we talking.
mm-hmm,
But this is one thing that I don't understand, right? If this is like maybe 2 or 4 months ago, right? No, not 2 or 4 months ago. It was like weeks ago, right? So I was
mm-hmm,
on my community tab, and remind you, I don't know what's going on because within the I guess the golden sphere or whatever, I was just actually introduced by Don Jose. So a person went up and wrote saying like, don't clickbait your titles. I'm like, okay, well, first of all, I don't know what clickbaiting is, and I'm almost 40. You get what I'm trying to say?
mm-hmm.
So with me
It's
being
it's
with
it's
yeah, I know.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
with
apologize.
yeah. So
Mm-hmm,
unbeknownst to me, I didn't know who this individual was. You get what I'm trying to say? So
mm-hmm,
I'm like after name was mentioned or whatsoever the case may be, which I'm not gonna really feed into it because it's 2003, and that was so
mm-hmm,
2002 when I went up and I had to defend my name and everything. The
mm-hmm.
third thing, there's like, oh, they were calling me a person by the name of Duke, which I don't know who it is.
I know who
I'm
he
being
is.
nah, but I'm for real though. I don't know who it is
Mm-hmm,
because me personally, as far as being introduced to everybody, I don't know. I'm just like okay, and then certain people were making their affirmations on, oh, why I'm friends with a certain person or whatever. Okay, the last time I checked, right? Like this is no disrespect to anybody,
mm-hmm.
but if a person is mad just because I had you on my channel, right? And then was saying all the other stuff and everything like that, okay, but guess
Right.
what? It's my channel, right?
Exactly.
Prior to that, I never seen you in my channel. You might have looked at the playback or whatever, but I never seen you channel. Me and you never really interacted. So, all right, now I'm gonna have Grandma chant right there. I know y'all don't get along,
Oh
but
Lord.
but this is what I'm saying. Let's be
Mm-hmm.
civil. Talk like civil men. That's all I gotta say. No cursing on my page. I'm the only one that's
Right.
cursing.
I know.
Hey, hey, how's it going? How's it doing?
Hey, how you doing, Grandma chant?
Hey, so you said it right. But we'll say Grand Merchant for the rest of the video.
Yeah.
um, Zach, bro, I'm sorry. All right. I didn't know you was gonna have that kind of reaction. I figured we black folks, you was gonna roast me back. I mean, you said I ain't look like Lionel Richie. That hurt my feelings a little bit.
Okay. I didn't know what was going on, but I'll be
I
out
was
of it.
look, man. I was be funning with folks, right? I ain't know, my man. He seemed like he had his fist balled up, and I'm like, this is not the reaction I wanted.
Yeah, because I was getting stopped by your friend, and then do make
That well,
like
hey. You can't be guilt by association, man. I know
no,
that
no, no,
cat,
no,
me and
no,
him have a
no.
friendship on one level, but I don't do what he do. I joke.
I seen the comments that you said, and I do not have no ugly feet running on roaches and stuff. You said all this
Come
other stuff.
on, man.
Yeah, you
That's
were saying all
silly.
that other stuff. No, you were
That's
saying so
middle
much.
school humor,
No,
man.
no, okay. Well, we're grown men, right? And the reason why I
That's why
went
you
off on
shouldn't
you
get offended by
because
it. I'm
because
sorry,
you
man.
know that Bluish and I had issues. Since you want to jump in
I'm
people's
not
business.
bluish.
Okay, I don't care, but you was talking a whole lot of stuff in the chat box
Yeah.
on him about your friend that stalks that goes on people's other platforms and try to find things about them to shame them because they're not
But
their
see, I don't do
expectation.
that. And that's why I backed
Okay,
off, man.
but
That's why I
I've been
stopped.
spying
All
on
right.
you and your friend. Okay, I've
I
been
hear you,
spying
man.
on. I've
But
been
that's why I
spying.
stopped, brother. Did I not
No,
quit?
brother, you even use the racial hierarchy. First, I'm not dark skinned, so I'm not with that because I'm darker than you. That I feel this is a inferior complex about you. You gonna sit here and say you don't want us like light skinned folks? Bro, I'm from Texas. I don't let that. If you pale, you
God,
got light
I
skin.
deserve this.
I'm me and mine about the same complexion. I had that privilege in Texas. Maybe up north where
Okay.
you from. Okay, I don't look like West Night. So it's back in the '80s they cut us.
I ain't say
You
Wesley
know,
Snipes now. Come on.
okay, I don't. Okay, but I'm gonna bring that up. Okay, and you
I didn't
saying
say
all
Wesley
this.
Snipes.
Okay, I ain't black as tall. All that stuff you were saying
I
on
didn't
there.
say that.
You was making the hierarchy, bro.
I said
That's
we
the
both
reason why
black.
I say you look like Lionel Richie because you made
Yeah,
yourself
come on.
better
And then
somebody
old
because
boy
you
from
have curly hair
Shalimar.
and you're
Why you
lighter
bring
than
up
me. But you
Shalimar?
don't look like you don't. No, but no,
Howard Hewitt. I
no
look like Howard
homo.
Hewitt.
Okay, you don't look like them. They ain't no homo.
Come
They
on,
look good.
man. How you gonna
Okay,
take that from me?
no, but you gonna sit here. I called you out because I'm having a conversation with someone who got my channel taken down, and next thing they friend is making
How long
defaming
ago
videos
that happened?
about me, which it violates YouTube guidelines. Imagine you just even though I had toxic family member, they just
No, I've had
passed.
people dark drop me.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? And this happens on the day they buried her. Okay, the night after my brother takes me out to Applebee's, and I go home, I'm thinking I'm talking about Black Skin Mason. He's talking about me going through personal things that I don't share with people on YouTube. Going through
Right.
all of
But
this. No, that's your buddy,
but
and he
you
thinks it's
can't
funny.
guilt
But
by
he
association
has
me.
no,
I
okay,
don't
it
do the
is
same stuff.
because you're going back and forth and talk about me behind my back, and I'm watching it. That's why I blocked you. And you trying to say that I'm not mixed. The definition of mix is two races or more in the ancestry. I'm not quoting popular opinion.
Well, if we're
I'm
using that
quoting
standard, everybody
history.
mixed.
Okay, exactly. You and I both are mixed. We're not full blown black people. We was told that by our slave master ancestor because he wanted more slaves. And then after Jim Crow came in,
No,
they
I'm
didn't want
black because I got
have
soul.
they didn't want us to have no rights for having black blood. That's why some of our people who look white
I don't mind being
pass that
called
white.
black.
Okay, but we're not pure
I'm
African.
fine with it.
Okay, well I'm
Oh, I
fine
mean,
being
come on
multiracial.
now.
I don't have a problem. I don't got a problem claiming my mixed heritage. You might have a problem with that, but I don't. And not all my white blood came from rape. You can see on the family tree that I got on my avatar. That's my family tree. You don't relate to
Yeah,
Evans.
I got slave master
Okay,
blood. on my
No,
mama's side.
my
I mean, it is
fourth
what it
grandma was
is.
a
I ain't
white
gonna
woman.
say like I'm proud of it, but it's the truth.
Okay, but not okay.
Why not run from the truth?
I'm also related to Nathaniel Bacon, the one that were against the slave masters by my white ancestor. Okay, yes, the Bacon Rebellion. I'm related to him. Okay, but FDR is my cousin, and the Wright brothers that made the doggone airplane. My first
Sure.
grandmother, when she married my white passing for grandfather, who was Creole,
Okay.
he not the Spanish part. That was my third grandmother's daddy, but it's my third grandfather's parents. Okay, after slavery, 1870s, not all white blood came from rape, and the rape caused the one drop rule. So actually, if you do mention you white, you actually going against his own narrative because he didn't want us to have
Well,
some
the
part
reason
white.
why I say it is because they owe me some money.
That's our child support money. Okay, it's right.
Yeah, you're right.
But
We
that's our
agree.
child support money.
They
But
some
I
back
don't talk
child
about it
support. There be some guns. See, I ain't cut.
unless you being brother polite and being R. Kelly. I don't have that guilt of raping. Okay, unless you're
What?
doing those things. No, but you're not contributing to
Wait a minute,
they.
man. Whoa. You need to run that back and clarify. I
I say
maybe.
unless you brother polite or R. Kelly. There's no reason to be guilty about what they did. The white folks did because the white folks are raping. Unless you innocent of that, you got to do with that.
Yeah. They owe me some money though. I need some land and some
Okay, well,
bread. And I
okay.
ain't talking about reparations. I'm talking about your deadbeat rapist daddy need to pay what he owe.
And that one
Posthumously.
drop rule caused that because the idea of having one drop was anybody with black blood on a plantation be a slave.
Then they
So
owe a lot
dark,
of money then.
okay.
Hey
Well,
Don, you want in on this?
and guess what? You would get the money if you do claim because in them descendants, in those ancestors got property. You know that you can, and you can prove that's your ancestors. You can claim that property, right? Remember, the slave master had wills. That's why they want us to denounce our white roots. Because we also actually some of the slave master did have babies with slaves. Those black towns in the black schools went to them folks, the mulattoes. A lot of folks don't know
But
the
I got a
history.
question though. Why
What's
you
up?
bring up Wesley Snipes like I said it?
I'm not his complexion. I'm
I
making a
didn't
point.
say that. I said
But
a
you made you
primate.
said that my feet was that dark black and all that stuff. No, I mean actually I was in dark
I
shade.
was exaggerating
Okay, but
for
I mean
humor,
I'm at
for
and I
humor,
exaggerate
man.
too. Yeah, you
Your
got
feet,
people.
you got human feet. All right.
Or don't
You
be
just like
making
showing them a lot for a man. That's my opinion.
okay. Well, well, that's my business. Whatever I do, but
It is. But I
okay.
can have an opinion. You showing everybody.
Okay, but I was trying to make some money when I was broke.
Oh,
Damn.
that's different.
2014, yes. MHRA paid my rent.
Okay, feet paid
Okay,
your rent.
because I
Well,
bipolar.
I can't say that.
Okay. Okay, so I was trying to make some money. I was trying to get some singing. I did an audition with at Numbers
Wait a minute.
Club.
You telling me you paid your rent with your feet?
I was trying to pay rent, somewhere singing, whatever. I mean, I was trying to do whatever.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
Okay,
you a
I
bad
said I would
mother. You
audition for
make money
singing.
with your feet like that.
Okay,
You
well I
need to
gotta
put
make
me up on game.
dude stop. I'm just trying to make a point, dude. But
Okay.
you making all these
I'm a hush. Yeah, I'm a
dude,
mute.
I was trying to audition for Island Records. Yes, I did. I think Island Def Jam. I went to 2014, never forget. Went there, sang both Mariah Carey and Selena, sang both English and Spanish. They supposed to call me. They said I did good. They had standing ovation. They didn't call me. And that's kind of good because if I could have been sacrificed and did some dark Illuminati stuff. Thank God and signed my name in blood. I ain't trying to get involved in that. But I was trying to do whatever. I was struggling. 2014, I was struggling. Because they was paying they paid my rent for what back in March 2014 to 2015, the mental clinic. And to me, I had to get rid of my doctor because he was being rude. He's passing for white, people think he's Spanish, he Italian, Creole, and that Nigerian, higher Nigerian lady were being rude to me. I had to get the state on me behind talking to me crazy. I'm 35 years old and put me on medication. And I'm trying to keep my composure. I was going through a lot. I did a little modeling. I did a fashion with this African lady. She married to this fan dude, Miss Linda Dominguez. They had an international fashion week. It was a small fashion show. I did a volunteer for that in August 2014. I was trying to do something. So that's why I was trying to make some money with that. I was trying to get, no job they want me. I have a clean background. That's one thing I don't like about living in Texas. They hire and fight for anything. It's part of real estate and a lot of racism, politics. And you don't have to be opposite race. It can be someone just being dirty is in charge. and they unless you gonna go through and they say I'll put you to hell, like scream at you, and I'm bipolar, like you ain't gonna scream at me on no job. That's why I'm trustable for myself. I went to that. I ain't gonna ever be screaming again. Next person scream at me, I'm going off on it, or either I'm just
Yeah, I
leaving.
don't like people screaming at me either.
But in Texas,
I,
I work for my Texas. My uncle, well, I mean, my uncle, my cousins. I ain't gonna mention his name. He's a judge now. I'm a grandma. My dad's out here a judge. I ain't gonna mention his business. But he told me back in '98 when McDonald's did me dirty. He said there's no evidence of it, but he said that Texas is the worst place to work. This back in '98 when I was 19 years old. So I've always wanted to leave this stupid ass state. Sorry about that. I've always wanted to leave this state. I apologize. No, that's how passionate I don't like Texas. I like it. That was a
you
young
defied
word.
the merits.
I apologize to Mondo. Okay, but that's how ugly I feel about Texas. Like this, if you know his history, I went off on Black Skin Mason's channel. Some dude was being coonish, defending what happened in Texas, Mexico, not knowing it was about slavery, the Alamo.
But I got a question for you. How
What's
do you
up?
really feel about Black Skin Amazing?
I don't like the xenophobic stuff, but he let me come on his panels and talk. I don't like the fact that he let the FBA racist people talk over me. You know what I'm saying? I had to get ugly on Sunday. I had to get ugly on right. I got the Mono's channel. I had to get ugly with someone who's ADOS, and had to get ugly with the Puerto Rican dude. Like they overtalk you. This is why I overtalk people. Like I don't try to overtalk people, but I try to be civil. But when we on a panel and you're trying to point it, cut you off, that's when it becomes a problem. You know what I'm saying? So and yeah. So that's why I had to overtalk people, and I don't like to overtalk nobody. I like to have a civil conversation because I wasn't giving what they wanted to hear. They felt they was entirely disrespecting. And I said, "Oh no, you're not gonna do that to me." So I had to go off on a brother and call his behind out, and then I got off on that Puerto Rican dude. Come, he gonna punch me from New York. And I said, "Dude, no offense, hello, DonArmando's from New York, but anyway, even if they're from Houston, you know, hood booker types." You don't have to be accurate in saying it can be Hispanic. I don't like that. Like the ones who I want to punch you. And I said we got a Second Amendment down here. Like we in Texas, one thing to do like about Texas, they practice their Second Amendment down here. Okay, New York and LA, Chicago, all that crime going on. No, if they coming, we got crime here too. But but I don't like Red Abbott. He married to a Mexican, he white and racist and all that. But he do allow you to carry a gun without no license. You know what I'm saying? So it's bad though because that bad was doing it. You got people accidentally shoot somebody and then all that. But no, you ain't gonna come and punch somebody for no reason, even get an argument. Keep the composure and move on. You know what I'm saying? You don't put on hands on nobody. And that dude threatened. So that's how it is on Black Skin Amazing channel. Like he want the ratchetness happening and people get paid for that. And I have to, you know what I'm saying? But I don't like.
He not paying you?
I should get paid, but I cash out. That's why I got my demo. Yeah, I should get paid for that too. You know what I'm saying?
You should charge for your appearances. I mean, him,
I
not
should,
everybody.
I should. You're right. I should. I'm praying I get that. That's why I'm on.
You gotta scrape up every dollar you can. He need to pay. You need to pay up.
Right.
Pay that man.
That's why I got
Black
my Venmo.
Amazing. If you hear this, you need to pay this man.
That's right. On Venmo, I got Venmo here. But yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go make money coming on people's panels. You know, Fighter Complex do it. You know what I'm saying? So. That's why Mad Bluish like because when my channel, that's my baby. My channel was my baby. I worked that channel 2010.
I'm sorry you lost your channel, man. But
yeah,
I had nothing to do
we got
with
some
that.
racist Latinos to come out there and put some porn on there. And
they porn bombed you? That ain't right.
Yeah. And I already had.
See, I don't do stuff like that, man. I just talk a lot of crap. I don't be doing all that stuff, man. That ain't my style.
I was talking a lot of crap too until I asked.
Here's the thing: if I porn bomb you, then we can't interact no more as your channel gone. You see what I'm saying? It's like, no, you got to keep the interaction going back and forth and the jokes. You joke on me. Because I'm going to tell you, get a good joke on me, I'm stealing it from you. So that's why I don't mind joking. But I don't want to go beyond that. So I'm apologizing to you for riling you up. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't my intention, man. I'm just having a little fun.
And then I
got to go to bed.
Okay, and I also want to clear this about the whole chipping out thing. I did not say that hybrid vigor was right. When a brother or sister make us look terrible, I want to say right now, y'all bring that up. Because
I don't use language like that.
Okay, let me finish. I want to clear this out. It's wrong But just like these dudes calling the N word, making us libertarian and glamorize people calling us that. That's why I say that. I don't say that to be anti-black. The fake brothers and sisters being anti-black, making us look terrible to a point we gotta fight for civil rights because of stereotypes. You know what I'm saying? That Hitler used to do stereotypes against the Jews. You know what I'm saying? So they're
Hey
doing
man,
it
we've always had traitors. Look what happened to Malcolm X.
right.
Right, the
But
traitors have
yeah,
always been there.
okay, what I'm saying, if I want your friend was trying to make it like I was being anti-black. No, I checked and I on Go to Guy's channel, I checked both Black Skin Amazing and go and Hybrid saying champing out and saying that someone being too light. And I had to like Black Skin Amazing. I'm not as light as Hybrid, but I'm lighter than you too. I'm not dark skinned. You know what I'm saying? And I get some dark skinned dudes trying to be timid against me because I'm not dark skinned. Actually, I had that on my job and actually had a
Look,
cop
can
that
I get
to
a
me.
couple of last words in before I take off? Because I do gotta
Go
go to
ahead.
bed soon.
All right.
I would suggest that you take less stock in what people say. It's not valuable and it's not good for your mental health. I had to learn this. I'm not just saying this to you like this is not something I've been through.
Mm-hmm.
That when I was younger, stuff people say would get to me. But you actually have to understand, do these people have any effect in your real life, positive or negative? You know, if they don't benefit you in any way, you don't really have to care about what they say. I know
But
that's
it's social
easy for me to
media.
say. It sounds easy, but
Mm-hmm.
once you realize, once you go outside in the world and you do whatever you're doing, and them people ain't nowhere around you, they only exist on the internet, you won't have to value that as much. You don't have to put much stock in it at all because it's just
Yes,
words from people who are thousands of miles away from you
yes, you
who
do.
have no effect on your life.
Yes, you do because they see it's because people who in your area can see that video, and so you know what I'm saying. It can cause harassment. You know what I'm saying?
Ah,
Yeah, you
yeah,
don't realize people
I
got
so
social media.
I don't go through that sort of thing, so I don't have
Right,
I can't tell you wrong about that, right? Because I don't go
right.
through it.
That's why I keep myself private. Like you know what I'm saying. Like because you
Hmm.
got people. You know, I put my stuff out there sometimes. You know, and some of camp up on certain things, but no, you have to be very careful because people looking. You know, at your job, you know, you don't know who's looking at the stuff, and then they try to confront you on it. I almost got killed by a YouTuber. One of my YouTubers,
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
uh,
that.
uh, he bluish just like bluish law, but you know, it's not bluish law. It's another dude. He wasn't making no views, and he mixed identified. But I guess being me being darker and can put myself out there, have that bubbly personality, put myself, I can get views, and he was trying to kill me. He was trying to set me up to get
Well,
killed. We were both was homeless.
that's gone too far once again. Like I said, it
Yeah,
should just be a war of words, whether it be joking or have some sort
Got
of discussion or debate, and it shouldn't go beyond that.
all right.
yeah, yeah, but it was like this. I'll tell you my case. Merchant. All right,
Yeah, yeah.
like yeah, like in my case, right? I was trying to argue a view with a certain individual. So, but yeah, I guess there's certain individual heard like my wife calling or whatever. The next thing you know, he was going around trying to say disrespectful stuff about my wife and stuff. I told him you don't ever talk about my wife,
Nah,
and
man. You
he
just
and,
what kind of man does that?
now, and then he wants to go around and parade himself as an alpha male. I'm like, you're not an alpha male at all. You know who I'm talking about, Zach. So I'm not gonna say names. You know,
But
you,
Grandma,
you,
I'm not gonna say his name, but when your friend that put the video of me on Fire Complex cussing that dude out, that's the one I'm talking about.
I don't know who fighter complex is.
No,
um,
your friend, the stalker dude, put the video from Fire about me arguing with certain Dominicans on there because I was confronting because the stalker used his video on the utterly private on New Year's Eve. That's what he privated. Your stalker friend. So they took Fire Complex piece and put it. So I went on Fire Complex on New Year's Day that night and confront about that. That's why I got to argue with that light skinned
Well, let me
Dominican
give you
dude.
a story, man.
No, I
all
mean,
right.
you know, so that's the dude.
Uh,
That's what Mono's
I had
talking
to
yo,
about.
yo,
stand
yo,
up.
yo,
No,
yo, 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 let's listen to it, Zach. Yeah,
All
I
right,
want to listen to it.
all right.
you know, with the thing that led me getting dock drive, right? But they found out where I worked and realized they better stop. Um, there was a person who's pretty much a pariah in the community. They were They were like the way you think people treat you, they treat this guy way worse. They dog dropped him, got him fired from his job, have gotten multiple channels of his shut down. He can't get super chats until recently. People backed off of him. Like they made this dude's life a living hell. And it got to a point where it was ridiculous. And I stood up. I used to joke on the guy, like I'd be joking, right? But then it's like they really start reaching into dude's life. And I'm like, yo, man, what are y'all doing? It's like, what are you trying to do? Get this guy to hurt himself or go to jail? Like, what are y'all like y'all setting up situations and the guy has some issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody like me, if I start to realize there's something going on there, I'm gonna back off, right? Because I'm just trying to tell jokes and get, you know what I'm saying? That's really all I'm doing. I don't want to do nothing more than that. And I stood up for the guy, and people went nuts on me, like, how dare you? And they literally had a whole section in the Discord, got my Facebook, right, talking about
Mm-hmm.
me and my lady and all type of stuff. But they never put it out in public because they realized I'm not law enforcement, but I work for a law enforcement entity, and
Mm-hmm.
I work with people who have some power.
Exactly.
So to mess with me at a certain point, and I go talk to these people like, hey, what are my options? You gonna chill. You gonna chill,
Right.
right? But they still try to internally. They put my name out there and
Dang.
threaten to swat me. Well, I had my house flagged. So you play that game trying to swat me, and then the people see I already told them, yeah, these people are gonna try and do this. What you think gonna happen to you? As I'm pressing charges. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna play with you. And the thing is, whoever put them up to do it, they gonna get squealed on. And then you gonna pressing charges. Because you don't play
Exactly.
with people's life like that.
Exactly.
So
As
there's a part I understand partially where you're coming from, man. Right? My circumstances are a little different, but that's why I'm saying, hey, I don't do that. I can't control what other people do, man. You know what I'm saying? I got the way I do things. I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell that man what to do.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Man, my damn headset went out. Can y'all hear me still?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I'm on the phone now. My headset just died on me. That's probably a message that I need to go to bed. But yeah, I get where you're coming from, man. So that's why I really came on here to say I'm sorry. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? If I crack a joke your way, don't take it seriously.
But
Okay, I just be
I
saying
was going
stuff.
through a lot. I mean, I'm going
I
through a
hear
lot in my
you,
own
and I
personal
didn't know
life,
that was happening, man.
in my own personal life, where I got to pay some bills and stuff. And this happens on New Year's Eve, and it happens after New Year's. And imagine you're going through your own personal situation, and this man is stalking you, your
Okay.
friend, to the point I had to get FBI involved. And I did. I
Well, I
mean,
didn't have all those details, man.
yeah, he thinks this is funny when it's not. He doing it to anger biracial, and I know that, and I'm not bashing
Yeah,
anger
yeah.
But
biracial.
he deserves it.
No, no,
No,
no, no,
let me finish.
no.
Sorry,
All
I'm sorry,
right,
sorry, I'm sorry,
go
sorry,
ahead.
Armando. Sorry, Armando. I'm sorry. I'm talking
All
about
right, yeah, because the thing is, though, I don't know about angry biracial or anything like that. I'm just saying that certain people could
I'm
say,
giving my
eh,
opinion. These are not your opinions. These are mine.
"All right, got you," because I don't know. But the thing is,
mm,
though, from what I was saying, because with that same problem, I mean, that certain individual came to her. The certain individual I was saying, he be prior to you and I talking, Zach, right? That's
mm-hmm,
what I was telling you in the beginning. It was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks before. I went up and I was like, okay, what should I do for? I don't know if I posted it on the first or the third. I know it was before the New Year's, right? So it was like maybe days or a week before. I was like, okay, what should I talk about? 2003, right?
mm-hmm.
2023. So we just went up and did right there, and then somebody went up and say, "Oh, you should not go and how should I say, clickbait." Now, I'll remind you, I didn't know.
I saw that.
Yeah, exactly. Remind you, I did not know who this individual was at the time, right? But then when I talked to my friends within the who calls himself the Golden Sphere, and
Mm-hmm.
we were talking, they were saying that that guy who I'm not going to mention because I blocked him because he's insignificant.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that I blocked, he was like, "Oh, um, this guy that he has a history of doing this towards people." I was like,
Mm-hmm.
really? So,
Mm-hmm.
so as soon as certain people alerted me and everything like that, I to all his platforms. Even if I find his like maybe on another social media or whatever, like do what you do, because this what's gonna happen. I don't care about the you know me, right? I do certain
Mm-hmm.
things, and when I find you, I'm gonna find you. So I'm not gonna go around and talk about this, that, the third. I'm not incriminating myself. I'm like, yo, if you want to go and try to do that doxing joint, I'm not the one. I'll go face up like dox me now, bro. And to me, one of these some of these doxers and neo um fake revolutionaries on the internet, right? They're
Mm-hmm.
like, they want to go and say that they're a spokesman for the community. Okay, how come nobody knows? No, no, I'm gonna be honest. How come nobody
Mm-hmm.
knows? That's first, right?
Right.
Second, I have a friend by the name of Mayan Rivera. Shouts out to her, right? She'll be
Mm-hmm.
on TikTok and she'll be educating everybody about the Dominican culture and everything like that. Big kudos to her.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the individual that I'm talking about, she used to defend this guy right there because they used to have the Dominican defenders panel when it was TikTok, because you had certain people who just were either ignorant or they were just going off their feelings, right? Now, with that said, this guy was like this guy who wants to say that he quote unquote defends Dominican nationalism decided to go and call Adolf's brother of yours. I'm Adolf's brother. He decided to call that man a mop head, right? So
Oh.
when
What?
yeah, yeah,
He did. I remember seeing that. Yeah.
yeah,
And she checked him. She checked him.
she checked him, right? So
Mm-hmm. I like her.
so when she went up and checked him, he went up and blocked him. I was like, ain't that a? But yet, and then this is the third thing. I'm not gonna go around and say that I'm the best or anything like that because I have my faults. But the guy has some nerves calling African American men who actually go to the Dominican Republic to do whatever. He always calling African American degenerates if a man just go and be with the Dominican woman or whatever. And then
Mm-hmm.
he's the first one when it's a person who has maybe half Dominican roots and stuff. He's the first one to go around and try to say, "I'm going to take your Dominican card" and all this other stupidness. Now, with that said, right, and the
Mm-hmm.
pe- and the minions of idiots that follow him. First of all, and merchant, you could agree with me with this, right?
Okay, go ahead.
How the heck you a man who who go around and he says you could go around and take and try to kick people out of a culture that you didn't find, right? Number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, he has the nerve to call people degenerates, but yet whenever he has an argument or when somebody checks him, what is his last resort? Oh, I'm gonna f your wife, or I'm gonna cream pie your
Oh,
wife.
see, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
see
yeah, yeah,
that,
yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just telling you the stuff.
yeah, that's
Oh,
unnecessary, man.
That's a
exactly.
lonely person. That's a lonely person who don't got no woman, and that's and he put himself in danger. I'm not making threats. I'm not married. I'm being hypothetically speaking. You never
That's a
tell.
little beyond. You don't need to do that.
Yeah, you never tell a man that. You
Right.
never tell. I got checked for that. Don't get me, Armando. I was 19 years old, and me and this Mexican dude from Mexico we're joking around, and I said, and after I was 19 years old, then I know better. As phone where it's in the second floor in the warehouse apartment before they closed. Um, I said, I said, you wrong? How you talking to your wife like that? You know, you going to the strip club. You know, you probably married and stuff. And then we joke around. I said, I'll take your wife. So he's older than me. He's in his 30s. I'm 19, right? He put me to the
Brother.
side. And he told me I was a kid. I was 19, so just joke around. And I know, okay, just joke around. I don't want his wife. Just joke around. He put me to the side. Don't ever tell a man that. He put here to let me know. Yeah, because I was 19. You know, you still, you know, you're just barely grown. You're still a kid. And you're playing around. I will never do that. Okay, so just joking
Right.
around. So I learned that. Shout out to Manuel. I mean, tell him. I haven't seen Manuel since 99, 2000. But he told me that. He told me that, you know, put me to the side. Like, hey, man, you don't ever tell me that. And he wasn't rude about it. He told me, he said, you don't ever do that. And so I was, you know, I was 19 years old, barely,
Yeah.
you know, working. You know, I worked at a McDonald's, but this is $8 hour job, $50 job at Elsewhere, where in a warehouse where you have to do, it's not part time, it's a full time. You know, you have to work weekends sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I had to learn to mature. You know, you live with your grandparents and trying to get out the grandparents, you still not learn everything. So I know from day one since 99, going on 20 years old, okay? Never to do
Speak
that.
on a man's wife. Now, second,
Right.
now, the third thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna. You remember the argument with you know, Mr. Blonde screaming him, right? Under that you know, that guy's page. Now, with this said, this guy is a complete gaslighter. Let's put it like this. And merchant, and I know that you're an older person, but say this. If I say, okay, I'm part Dominican and
Ain't
I'm
you just low key call me an old fart?
no, I say merchant.
He said merchant.
Go
He
ahead,
used
man.
that
I'm
term,
sorry.
merchant.
Yeah.
But I'm a
Nah, but I
time.
was yeah, but I was saying that if I say this, I'm Dominican and I'm Kitchen, right?
hmm
What? Why is it an idiot is trying to just use one thing and say, "Oh yeah, you're an infiltrator" and all this other crap? But yet, I specifically been saying the same thing
Mm-hmm.
ever since I've been on the platform. I'm a Dominican and I'm a Haitian, born in the United States, and I speak bad Spanish, right?
Right.
So, where is it that certain people decide for out of whatever reason that I'm a Haitian or you're from St. Kitts? I'm like, first of all, if you all didn't go around and learn geography and learn history and everything like that, there's a whole book on how people came. But yet, certain people, I guess, don't read. They want to go and call people infiltrators. Now, from one thing that I've actually seen about this guy, an infiltrator, he wants to bring American style racism to the Dominican Republic, and that
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I I don't support that.
Me either.
So with that said, he thinks that that American style racism will make Dominican Republic better. When the fact is, it really don't.
It's not.
It's some really bigoted people out here. I mean, I can relate with that, man, because of my skin color and me, especially when I was younger, I was a lot lighter. People would tell me quick, "You ain't black." And I'm like, "How you
Right.
gonna tell me what?" I'm looking at both my. I know who my people are.
Mm-hmm.
What you talking about? And no, you just that. I mean, heck, it's just funny. Me and my lady was talking tonight. Her aunt, she said her aunt, she swear you was mixed. It's like you ain't even all black. You ain't even half black. And I'm like,
I mean,
really? So they just gonna tell
they
me
not
what I
black
am.
either.
So I know what you're going through, man. I know what you're going through because
They
people
not
quick to
black
tell
either.
you what you are.
That's why I got on you, Grand Merchant. But they not African. They not fully African either. See, that's the comeback you should have said. Where's your family tree? Because I
No,
bet
no,
the
no,
snake.
no. I'm beyond that, man.
No, but that's how I
But
do it. I always tell mixed people don't look black. You know, when someone says that they ate us, they from here, and we know the history, and we not fully black. I can look like Westside and still be not fully black. I actually know a sister that's dark like him with kinky hair with a white grandfather. No joke. Her mom was mulatto. Okay, and her dad was a dark skinned dude from Dominica, not Dominica. Her mom's from
Got you. I know what you. I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Right.
yeah. And I know no, she don't social media, but we was in the hood together. She's the bluesy chick that I told you about, the bluesy dark skin mixed chick. That's the one that I cussed out when she helped me out when I was homeless. Because I was working at okay, that's her. Okay. Well, anyway, she had a degree and everything. She from French. She's from the Virgin Islands, and her mom's side, and her dad is from Dominica. So anyway, and she's dark skinned, but everybody thinks she's Jamaican or either she's African. She came out like that, so you don't have to. People are so ignorant today about that. But like I said, all you gotta say is what's in your family tree. Go to their family, and you see all type of higher, dark, curly hair, and all that stuff. Camel, all type of skin tones. They can't count nobody not no black when they not people black. When African Fong Tribe came on YouTube, and she's still on YouTube. That's my she talked bad about ADOS, but she loved the hell out. Sorry, she loved the heck out of me because I'm a medium. I'm mixed. I don't go around saying I'm fully black. And people got mad at me. Now me's got mad. I don't care. Okay, because I don't lie about my heritage. She said African Americans are mixed. She a full-blown black woman in Spanish-speaking country, Equatorial Guinea. She don't play that mess. She one of them Africans gonna tell you, you African American or black American, you ain't no full-blown black person. Stop lying, okay? Shout out to her. I love her. Okay. So when they told you ain't black, you could have told you not black. Cause they not.
Hey, I do got to go to bed. I got to be up 4 in the morning. I got to be
All
up
right.
north first thing in the morning. So
Yo. Before anything, we're about to close out.
All right, I got to go too.
All right, Grand Merchant. You have anything to say?
Just like I said,
I mean, close the stations. I mean,
yeah. Just hey, man. I hope everybody has a good night. Again, hey, man. I'm sorry for coming at you crazy. Like I said, it wasn't serious. I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings or nothing like that. I didn't know you was going through all that stuff. Had I known, I wouldn't even said nothing.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, before you go, are you Creole?
No.
Because you're the French. Okay. Grandma. Okay. All
right.
Yeah. My people come down from Canada, and then my grandmother came from the Southwest, but not Creole.
Oh, you French Canadian?
Part of me, yes, and my grandmother was Mascalero and white.
All right, so that will mean that you might have a similar heritage with the Cajuns, maybe in North, maybe in Louisiana and stuff. Because when I was younger, living with my aunt and everything like that, she used to tell me about the Cajuns because my aunt, she actually married a man who I guess in today you would actually call white passing. Nobody will ever know that he was actually had actual black ancestry. But the thing is, though, she used to tell me when I was a kid about the Cajuns and Acadia. So when I was older, I remember the words of my aunt actually talking about Acadia and stuff. It looked like Acadia was a place in France. And then when they settled to Canada, then they came to the Louisiana, I guess at that time, which was French territory. There was
Spanish.
okay.
It's Spanish.
It was Spanish territory.
Yeah, because it was Catholic. Because it was getting abused by the English Protestants. So they went to Spanish Louisiana. Yeah.
Well, my grandmother went to the boarding schools, so there's no Creole there. She was definitely a mixed child of white and indigenous. Now, my granddad, he was from right across the river in Amherstburg, and then he moved to Windsor, and then somehow they met up somewhere in Chicago and came back to Detroit.
Got you.
So that's that. My father's side of the family. My mother's side of the family, my great grandmother passed. She had, my grandfather and his siblings, and then my mom, and then me. So and then she met my dad, and that's where I come. Everybody else from, either Georgia area or up here. The Great Migration brought a lot of people up here.
Right. Well, since I'm about to close out, it was nice having you on my panel. I'm about I'm about to have another panel again. Hopefully, I'll have more individuals. Oh, and Zach, I was talking to
All right, gentlemen, have a good night.
you
All
too.
right. You too.
Yeah, Zach. Before I go,
Mm-hmm.
you remember our Ethiopian friend that we spoke to? He asked about
Mm-hmm.
you.
Mm-hmm.
So he was asking if you had any social media because he would like to connect with you and stuff. So you know,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm not sure because I don't know if he has IG or anything like that, but we'll talk about that behind the scenes. So
Okay, hold
it
on. I'm
was
about to type for you.
all right. Got you.
Hold on. Okay. You see it?
All right. Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was good having you on my panel.
All right.
Have a good night because I'm about to go to sleep as well. So
All
yeah.
right.
All right.
You, all right. Adios.
Adios.